Hello, everybody. This is John Paval with Access Arts Live with your Wednesday, January 14th live stream action update. And we have a number of interesting live streams for you today. We've got, it's the final day of an 8-day, 192-hour organ performance. We've got Spanish inspiration in Bournemouth, England, of course, an enlightening open rehearsal in Stuttgart, a fabulous 1920s ballet revival in Madrid, and organ music from London and Moscow. What more could you ask for? So before I go any further, let me remind you, wherever you may be watching this video, to follow and or subscribe to Access Arts Live. We are on Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, and LinkedIn. We are wherever you are, so all you have to do is wander over from where you usually are net surfing and click on us to find out what's going on every day and every week. Over 1,000 live performances online each year, free of charge on our part. So let us then proceed to start filling you in on what's going on. I think the first thing I want to do is I want to tell you about this continuing this final day of the of this magnificent performance, which has been going on since last Wednesday. If I can find the photo of the performers so I can call that up for you, I would love to do that. Where did I put it? I put it in with the organist. Today is day 8 of the 8-day live performance of Jan Cage's Organ to ASLSP, which means as slowly as possible. Starting the day starts at noon Mountain Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 in the evening here in Europe, and 6 o'clock in the morning on Thursday morning down under in Australia. But this has been ongoing continuously. You can tune into it anytime, and it will be happening. We give you the link to it. This is from left to right in the photo. That's Christopher Anderson from Southern Methodist University, and then Diane Lucchese from Towson University, and then Kimberly Marshall from Arizona State University, and Alexander Messler from Luther College in Idaho. They have all come together in Arizona at the Arizona State Concert Hall starting last Wednesday, January 7th, to play the 8 sections of Jan Cage's Organ 2, 1 day for each section, and see what happens. And if you go to our YouTube channel, you can find several live interviews we've done with them as they've been on site, one just before they launched, and then 2 more interviews in the last couple of days as they were changing shifts, so 2 at a time, while one was there, because each of the organists is playing a 6-hour shift each day, and that's how the 4 of them cover 24 hours a day. So we had 2 live stream interviews with 2 of them at a time, where one was just finishing up and the other one's just beginning. It's just an amazing performance that what can I do? All I can do is commend it to you as something you have never seen before. I'm sure of that. So then let us get on with the more conventional, somewhat less wild other performances going on today. At 2:15 in the afternoon European time, 10:15 in the morning on the East Coast, and 7:15 in the morning on the On the West Coast, Temple Church London is live streaming the young up-and-coming French organist Nicolas Kilhoffer. The name, the way it's spelled, looks German, but I'm pretty sure he's French. He graduated recently in 2024 from the Strasbourg Conservatory in France, but that's right on the German border, with the highest honors. And he's been taking master classes from French experts like Thierry Esquage, the composer organist who's resident at Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, and Thomas Hospital at Saint Eustache Church in the heart of Paris, and he's and you can see Thomas Hospital fairly often live streaming at 5 o'clock on Paris time on Sunday afternoons. Live streaming, we tell you all about it. Anyway, then let us move on to the next. The next performance today, March Vivo is live streaming a production of Les Ballets Espagnols of La Argentina. Let me put up a photo or two of Antonia Mercé, who is at the heart and soul of this production. There's Antonia Mercé in her glory. Antonia was a Spanish ballerina who had a troupe called the Ballet Espagnol, the Spanish ballet, in Paris in the 1920s. She was the toast of the town. And what they're going to be doing is recreating two ballets which were performed in 1929, Spanish ballets, to general acclaim among the Parisians. Huerga by Julian Bautista and Triana by Isaac Albéniz, or Isaac Albéniz, and several choreographic pieces from the specific repertoire of Antonia Mercé and her Ballet Espagnol. This is being put on by, let me show you the pictures of the three main people who are doing it very quickly. Please, John. Okay. The choreographer is Antonio Najarro, who he's been with he was with the National Ballet of Spain starting when he was 15 years old back in the 1990s. Eventually ended up directing that ballet in the teens. And a few years ago, he founded his own company, and he's done several productions, one of which is this, which I think has already been done in France, actually, in Paris. The musical direction is Luis Fernando Perez, who's been Le Monde newspaper in France called him the Renaissance of Spanish piano. And the stage direction is Carolina Africa, who's a theater and film director, a playwright. She's had a lot of plays put on in different countries, in Argentina, in the UK, and Spain. She's turned to screenwriting and film directing with one of her own plays recently, which was nominated for a Goya Award in 2025. So top people doing what I think is really a great piece. One thing I want to mention is they're trying to be faithful to the actual costumes of the time, which prompts me to show you this charming photo of Antonia Mercé, the La Argentina herself, looking just pleased as punch over a new outfit that she's just wearing for the first time, I'm sure, back in the 1920s. Okay, moving on then, after March Vivo at 6 in the evening European time, next up, Artbene. Well, actually, this will be at the same time. My, oh my, you have a plenitude of riches. 6 o'clock in the evening European time, noon on the East Coast, 9 in the morning on the West Coast. Artbene is live streaming the ever lively and entertaining organ duo Anna Vetlugina and Dmitry Maksimenko, respectively resident organist at the Roman Catholic Cathedral and the Anglican Cathedral in Moscow. They'll be playing classics many of which you will know, but they'll be playing them on two organs and sometimes four hands on one organ. So these are novel transcriptions of classics, things like the Spring from the Vivaldi Seasons, part one of Mozart's A Little Night Music, Eine kleine Nachtmusik, the first movement of Beethoven's Symphony No. 5, bum, 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 bum. And others you may not know as well, Mussorgsky's Dawn on the Moscow River, which was the introduction to the opera Kovanshina by Mussorgsky. So you have a choice here whether you're going to go Spanish or classics on the organ. Then following up after that, a little later, an hour later, Francois-Xavier Roth and the SWR Symphony in Stuttgart are hosting and live streaming an open rehearsal of Debussy's Prélude à l'après-midi d'une faune, the prelude to the afternoon of a faun. This is in preparation for their concert on Friday, where they will be performing that and other pieces. I'll tell you more about all of those on Friday. This is a series that Francois-Xavier Roth, who is the new chief conductor and artistic director there at SWR, has been doing. It's called Dans la cuisine du chef, in the chef's kitchen. And what he proposes to do is go through, for example, today, Debussy's Prelude to the Afternoon of a Faun, and as he puts it, delve into the unique recipes of great masterpieces, uncovering their individual layers to reveal the ingredients. So very interesting if you want to know more about how this actually works, if you're a newcomer. And if you're an old timer, you still may find it interesting to approach it musicologically. And then finally, the Bournemouth Symphony with pianist Steven Osborne and conductor Ludovic Morlot will be taking us back to Spain at 8:30 in the evening European time, 2:30 in the afternoon on the East Coast, 11:30 in the morning on the West Coast, 6:30 Thursday morning in down under in Australia. They'll be performing Joaquin Turina's Danzas Fantastica. That's 3 pieces. Then Manuel de Fala's Nights in the Gardens of Spain, about the great gardens of Granada and Cordoba. Then Debussy's Iberia and Ravel's Bolero, because, as in the 1920s with the ballet Espagnols, the French were very much in love with Spanish music and culture in the early 1900s. This is not a free concert. They do charge you 11 pounds to enjoy one of their concerts, but it's a very fine orchestra. Ludovic Morlot, the conductor, he's been the music director of the Barcelona Symphony Orchestra since 2021. And before that, for a decade, he was the music director of the Seattle Symphony, where they won a lot of Grammy Awards when he was there. Steven Osborne is the kind of guy that does residences. The pianist does residencies at places like Wigmore Hall in London, Antwerp's De Single, the Birmingham Symphony Orchestra, the Royal Scottish National Orchestra. He's got 32 recordings on Hyperion. He is a pro. That's what we have for you today, folks. I hope that one, some more, any of these inspire you, uplift you, or just show you a heck of a good time. With that, I will sign off. I'll be back tomorrow with Thursday's live stream update. Ciao for now. Oh, and by the way, don't forget to follow and or subscribe to Access Arts Live, especially on Facebook and YouTube, to make sure you get more than 1,000 live links to live performances online this year.